gonna make it.
No!
Oh, where is he?
Get him! Get him!
I'll ult the Rammus. Get him. He's ulting. Get him.
Everyone, I'm Disguised Toast. I'm here with my LTA team, and today we're going to be playing Ezreal Dodgeball, inspired by Polypuff.
In Ezreal Dodgeball, the rules are simple. Each player is level 18 and 4 champions are trying to dodge an Ezreal with infinite cooldowns and the Rabadons as true shot barrages fly toward them. When a racer touches the red nexus, they get points based on their finish, with first getting 6 points, second getting 4 points, third getting 3 points, and fourth only getting 2. Each player will take turns throwing dodgeballs as Ezreal, and the highest point total at the end of 5 rounds will be declared the winner. Happy dodging, DSG.
3, 2, 1.
Wait, what the You're so fast.
I got hit.
Oh, so you guys got hit.
Wait, is it over?
No,
You keep going. Oh, shit.
Wait, the tower's on. The tower's on.
Yeah, the tower's on. Someone turn off the tower.
Yo, take the tower, Jay.
No.
Bro, this Riven is getting cooked, by the way.
Oh. No, who turned the tower on? Wait.
Nah.
No, we gotta turn the towers off. Wait, can we revive or no? Or are we just dead? Oh, I'm back.
I reached it.
Oh, I think
Wait.
Abbedagge touched it.
Yeah, it's between eXyu and the Toast.
Wait, Jay, you're in there already?
Yeah, I already touched it.
Wait, bro, the tower's still on.
I don't know how to turn it off.
No, how do I turn the tower off?
Tower is off. Tower is off.
Oh, I'm just dead.
Ow. Oh,
Come on, Toast, you can do it.
Okay, I just need to dodge.
Okay.
Wait, who am I versing?
You're versus eXyu and Toast.
Where are
eXyu and
they?
Toast has to make.
Bro, we're dead.
Getting
man.
murdered.
Oh my god.
Oh no,
I haven't touched
eXyu's
the
making.
Nexus or what?
You can't let him have
Go
it.
touch it, bro.
Alright.
You got it, bro.
Oh, I'm in there. This was the run.
What are you doing? They cheated. I didn't cheat, bro. It was like a tiny little jump.
Oh wait, oh you guys started. I forgot. You get a slight lead this show.
There's no ults coming down.
No, they're coming, bro. Just wait.
Bro, aren't these easy to dodge, by the way? Like, can't you just look at them?
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah,
I'm
you have to
looking at
actually
them.
like look though.
Didn't get hit.
Bro, this is so easy. Bro, this guy just bad at throwing them, or was I the guy?
Oh no! He's gonna go. No, Toast! Oh my god! Okay, I touched it too.
Wait, does that count? Did you touch it?
Yeah, he touched it.
Oh,
In first
shit.
place. We're waiting for the last one.
I'm just gonna. wait, the bride's died.
Jerry was last.
I'm playing the worst champ in the game, bro.
I'm really excited that I'm on a real team now. No longer on Dignitas.
Respect.
I like, you know, we're like Dignitas but better in every way. So yeah, come on, chill. We got the same colors, but like just nicer fit, nicer everything. Yeah, like who can argue that our fits are not as good? And you guys can get the fits at disguise.gg. Well, the whole team's terrible.
Okay,
I hate
there it is.
Well, I hate Dignitas, but I mean, I actually do like Tomo and Isles a lot. I played with them obviously, and we're good friends still. They're on a cursed org, so there's not much you can do about it. Like, I hope they can escape one day and make it out to the promised land. It'll be fun to beat my former teammates for sure, and like the former management. I just think the way they handle things is like so disrespectful to the players as people. So, you know, always preying on their downfall, and hopefully we can make it come true and just like smack them around a little bit.
Welcome back. eXyu hates them.
He hates them.
He's preying on their downfall.
He hates
just
Dignitas.
told us.
One would say he despises them.
I would agree.
That was a great pros episode, by the way.
Thank you.
Raz,
That
good
was
job.
fun.
Yeah,
That was
it was. But yeah, I really feel his hatred for the org.
And that refers to when he was on Dignitas and he got cut shortly before the start of the second split.
Yeah.
Could not find his way back onto an LCS team last year. Now back in Tier 1 on LTA Disguised. But going into this matchup, it is win or go home. And even just from last week, this is a different dig than we saw last week. As you can see, Sheiden has arrived.
Yeah, I mean, Sheiden has had the success when he was on FlyQuest Challengers. He's been in Tier 2 succeeding there. Also, last people will remember him from EG when he was last in LCS. So you have seen him before. He is someone that will automatically give you a direction within the game, especially when he was in Tier 2 playing carry. So I'm really excited to see what he will do. It'll definitely be an upgrade from Lyra last week.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of different things he can play as well, to your point, Raz. Like, we've seen him on carry jungles. And the more important thing to me is that he and Srtty have played together. And not only that, but Srtty really wanted to play with him again, right? Because they have that pre-existing chemistry. And that's really great for Dignitas overall, because even in their loss, I thought Srtty did really, really well, right? Like, this is someone who was set behind very early on, especially in that first TL game, was able to come back in a lot of these fights. As we see him on the Rumble, his flash was blown level 1. He was completely starved in that lane early. And I think he was such a key component of the glimpses of good that they did have in their games.
And I think the more impressive thing to me is that when your team is in a bad spot, and you are in a bad spot, it's even more impossible to have large impact in late game team fights, which is what he was able to do in that TL series.
Yeah, the pick that he had on Umpty, there's so many things you can go on throughout that game. Castle is very similar because the solo kills that he had on Sniper in a lot of the team fights where he impacted the good plays that Disguised had reminds me of the exact same position when he was on IMT. He is just a good player. You talk to top laners around the league, he will get a lot of respect. So for me, the question is whether there's going to be a connection for the rest of the map, because in some of these team fights, DSG made it very clear that they're having problems in the bot side of the map, but it is around Castle that is, for me, the golden boy of DSG.
Yeah, and you can see, like, we talked about how eXyu said he was going to path around Castle. They really focused on getting Castle ahead, especially in picks that he's so comfortable with, like the Jayce. And those 4 solo kills, he kind of farmed Sniper a little bit in those games. Yeah, there was some banter happening. It was a fun time, but Castle definitely was the bright spot, and it's no surprise that the matchup we're looking at are those 2 top laners going into the series.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really fun series. Again, win or go home. And Emily, you caught up with both coaches ahead of the series. Let's watch.
Hello, I am here with Mash and Rigby before their match. So first of all, you two both had losses last week, kind of recuperating. What was your prep like going into this week to facing each other? I'll start with you, Rigby.
So it's like right now is a stage where teams get to like figure out what they are good at and then what they need to like work on at. So it's not really about like the opponent team. We're just like focusing on like doing what we think is good and then doing what we think is right for the team. So like that was how the prep went like going this week.
What did you think your team needed to work on the most, and what did you think you were already pretty good at and you wanted to develop as like a strength?
I mean, like basically in terms of team fight and then understanding our composition, that's why we were like behind in so much gold against Tia and then still being able to like win out some team fights. So I think like that's the positivity. But what we need in general is that like after having Sheiden, we only had like 3 days of practice. So I just don't want to like drop off today and then delay the practice when things are actually like starting to go right. So I'm going to win today and at least guarantee 1 more week of practice.
Okay, and then for you, Mash, same question, kind of what was it like prepping for this week, and what do you think your team's strengths and opportunity areas are?
Just to maintain our early game. Obviously, we kind of like didn't play so well in the mid to late game, but that's like what we personally had to work on for coming to practice. And kind of like what Rigby said is like, it's not about the opponent as well. It's like just focusing on yourself at first. And obviously they're red side this weekend, so like, you know, prep wise, it's a little mismatch because they get to see 2 blue side games and you know, they're red side, right? But in terms of like draft prep, it's we scrim each other before we have like a decent understanding of each other. So I think it'll be a fun match.
All right, well, thank you both so much for taking the time. And casters, take it away.
Welcome back to the LTA North. It's Ezreal here with my man Kobe for some Dignitas versus Disguised. It is win or go home.
And it almost feels like this is one of the biggest organization battles
out of nowhere
that we have in the entire league. I mean, even before Toast joined the Tier 1 league, he was targeting Dignitas and talking about taking down these old, decrepit organizations that do not know how to do content and do not know how to surprise fans. So now we're going to finally see it. actually play out here in an elimination match. Like, the stakes are there. The trash talk is there. Now the gameplay will be here as well.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I mean, we were both obviously at the draw show, and everyone was firing shots at Dignitas.
Yeah, actually.
You know, a lot of players who have played on Dignitas have a little bit of a grudge, eXyu included. I think there's definitely a lot of extra pressure, extra stakes, because when you talk that trash, you got to back it up afterwards, or you're going to look like a little bit of a fool. You know, eXyu is talking about better org, better fit, cooler team, everything's better. If you then lose,
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense why eXyu has such a grudge against Dignitas, though. Of course, you know, last year, the big story about them dropping him and the conversations about very little notice and did not part on very amicable terms, let's say. So definitely a lot going into this one. I would say, though, it does not bode well that the last time eXyu had a beef and a match, which was just their last series versus Sniper, he was all chatting. He literally died at Gromp in a critical position and died while all chatting. So while it's fine to have grudges, and I actually like how it gets people more invested, now, you really have to kind of separate that when you're playing in the game. You know, don't play an emotional game, Ezreal. You know, calm down. We've all been there. League of Legends is an emotional game. You can get caught up. You can, you know, get really fired up and into it, especially when things have happened in the past and people are messing with your career. But you got to focus on your gameplay first.
Yeah, absolutely. And gives you a little bit more respect for APA in his game on his trash talk.
True.
He seems to stay pretty locked in.
Exactly.
I know that eXyu was saying he felt like he was getting in Sniper's head, but he also admitted that he got in his own head.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going to see any all-chat battles from eXyu. Or if we do, he's probably got to stay a little bit more locked in. Be careful that you are not getting caught out in any sort of a bad situation. This is going to be a fun series, though, because like they were talking about with the desk, Castle versus Srtty, both of them, you know, had really kind of been that bright point for the team last week. Srtty, to me, was so impressive in particular. You know, coming out against TL, the team was kind of getting smacked around, but he was still able to find some big plays, make it feel like there was some hope in the game for the team. And this is someone who is one of the most promising prospects coming up in North America in some time. So very excited to see the continuation of that for Srtty in week 2 against Castle.
Yeah, I mean, both of these top laners kind of had series where it felt like how top laners always describe League of Legends to you, where they're like, oh man, I'm 1v9 every game, you know, I get no help and I have to do everything. And kind of both of the top laners were, you know, stepping up in those positions. But as you say now, with Sheiden here, very excited to see what he can do. Sheiden is very notorious in North American solo queue on the server. Everybody knows him. He plays a lot of carry junglers in solo queue, at the very least. You know, lots of Viego and Kindred. So I'm actually pretty hyped to see what the drafts start to look like. I want to see a Srtty Sheiden like dual carry game here with top jungle taking the reins. That being said, for Disguised, their bottom lane was actually one of the large weaknesses in their previous series as well. So we'll see about that. But Jayce gets slammed as the first pick, and there has been a lot of discussion about, do you want to slam Jayce first picks in these sorts of scenarios? Generally, when Cassante is off the board, that's going to be the one, and then debating if you want to go Ambessa or some other different answer into it.
Yeah, Vi obviously very high prio has been. That's going to be the lock-in for Sheiden. We will be grabbing Corki here. This could be for Keine. It also can be for Tomo. It's been slightly more popular down in the bot lane, but honestly, it's pretty popular both in mid and in bot.
Yeah, it's a good flex for sure. Keep the Corki flexible. eXyu doing his Katarina shout-out as usual. As we'll see what they get down to. I mean, you're already facing guaranteed engage with the Vi, so you know there's at least going to be an element of hard engage to your opponents. The hover of that Ambessa and them kind of thinking that it will come from the other side, I think, from Disguise, flashing that before going here for their Varus answer. And even if Corki is not in bottom lane, Varus is very strong generally anyway, and can lead into this poke that you build when you have a Jayce Varus 1-2 pick.
Absolutely. And, you know, one of the things that I do really like, this is actually interesting. So they are going to lock Ambessa. So this could just be mid Jayce, could be Ambessa top. You can obviously flex depending on matchup as well.
Yeah, and like Faker had the Ambessa mid too, so Ambessa can go mid, top, or jungle.
True.
We'll see if, even if eXyu wants to try his hand at it, I would definitely say Ambessa should be in a solo lane. It definitely has the ability to pop off as a jungle, but I would say, especially in pro play, you generally are going to go way more low econ junglers.
Yeah, LeBlanc going to be considered, but not locked in here, as it is going to be the Rumble coming through. Srtty having a really strong game on it last time around, and is considered to be a pretty good matchup against the Ambessa. Can be difficult in these melee matchups.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see, you know, even if Ambessa is not going top, if they would actually swap and try to have the Rumble follow the Ambessa around, or how they want to play out those types of scenarios.
Yeah, we'll see about the tracking later, and especially looking at jungles too. We already have the Zyra ban, but
they need AP, right?
Yeah, they need AP. You might be thinking about some sort of frontline plus AP. So Maokai and Amumu are the two main ones there, because then you get engaged plus you get some AP damage. Yeah. We just saw how much damage Contracts did with Leandri's Maokai. Obviously, that was a very good game for him. But those are kind of the two elements that Disguised are still looking to fill on their team.
I mean, if they can't get engaged from jungle, obviously you can draft an engaged support. You know, you can consider things like Lilia. Hasn't been very popular in pro this year. We've seen a little bit. I think I've seen one Elise game, like one brand game, something like that. So those are still around.
Huhi Elise, and we probably don't want to see another one like that. Of course, Elise definitely is like a
popular support more these days.
Yeah, it's very. It's got a lot of variance to it.
It's hit or miss.
Definitely is a hit and miss.
You win or you lose.
We saw like Duro with a little bit of miss on it as well. Regardless, though, Dignitas.
Maokai ban.
Let's see what we go with here.
So Maokai's been banned out, so that's another, you know, AP jungler that has going to be limited. That is, you know, the two most popular by far that are AP junglers in the meta right now. They do lock in the Orianna, so now Orianna plus 5, obviously powerful combo. Varus going to be threatened pretty heavily by that. Also means that Corki is going to be going down towards the bot lane. They have their double AP solo laners, physical damage from the jungle as well as from the AD.
All right, for Disguise, for eXyu here.
Oh.
So we go with the Ivern, which actually can be very good, because if you pair Ivern with the poke damage of Varus and Jayce, you have a lot of siege potential here. And then, as you say, you know, if you still go the engage on your support role, then you have the Ambessa and Rell to be able to go in and hard engage as well. And Daisy is your kind of like pseudo frontline here in the middle too. So honestly, I do like the way that Disguise rounded it out.
And when you look over at the other team, you know, you might want to say, oh, Disguise, you have full physical, they're going to stack armor. Really, there's not anyone who's going to stack too much armor. You might get some extra value from things like Tabbies or from Zhonya's and whatnot, but there's not going to be a massive amount of armor. There's not going to be any super tank that is really going to make that be a problem. So this is going to be interesting. Do have a couple seconds here to see if there's going to be any swaps between Abbedagge and Castle.
Yeah. Sometimes the counters to like Ivern comps can be like super big engage, and if you do have a Vi Shockwave there, plus a Rumble ultimate, and they also have the Alistar in their late pick for Dignitas, so that's the angle that they're going for. They want to get that big AoE later on into the game, so the grudge match here about to kick off. A lot on the line, as it is elimination to boot.
This is going to be exciting. Disguised versus Dignitas. Second game here of week 2 of the LTA North. We already said it, win or go home. Their split will be over already. Both of these teams losing in week 1. And let's be honest, the teams at the bottom are the ones that need the practice the most, but you need to win to earn yourself the right to get those additional stage games. Well, let's see how they're going to perform here in game number 1. The last series was our first one we've seen go to 3. I'm hoping we're going to get 3 again.
And here we go. First thing to look for, are we going to get the deep invade, looking for these lane swap wards on the other side? Looks like a nice defensive fan here for Dignitas, and a little bit of topside concentration for DSG. They're the ones with the Ivern, so they're looking to poke around. Nice little extra Orianna vision, though, afforded here.
Yeah, so Abbedagge is going to be playing Grasp, and you can notice that Keine will have the phase rush. Sheiden will be able to spot this invade and should be able to back it out, avoiding that root caller coming through, and both teams just trying to get that additional info. We're going to see the counter invade on the bot side. You know, 5 members from Disguise are top side, so Dignitas can go in and get some wards of their own.
Okay, so DSG do not go deep enough to get the lane swap wards. They just get their very shallow Raptor ward here, and it's just going to be mirrored vision.
eXyu's not the only member of Disguise, though, with a score to settle to Dignitas today. Let's take a look at what Toast had to say about them last week.
Yo, Eugene, I hate Dignitas. Because of what they did to my boy Skara all those years ago. I remember. I'm not gonna let them get away with it. Dignitas. I'ma say it. Can I say that as a team owner? Like, I'm not gonna get in trouble, right? Dignitas.
Well, that ship has sailed, so whether or not you're getting in trouble, the man said it.
He did say it. It's okay. Nobody saw it. You know, just gonna be front page here on broadcast. I mean, it does put so much weight behind this though, and you can tell that since they've been talking about it for so long, it definitely is real. Now though, into the actual game here, just gonna have blue side starts for both junglers. Ivern, of course, just doing the channels and go collect the clears afterwards, so it's going to be reversed there. Bottom side push going quite nicely for ScaryJerry and Huhi down there, making the most of that early Varus pick that they had.
Yeah, Abbedagge trying to push in. This is going to be difficult anytime you are playing in these melee versus ranged matchups. You know, it's a range job to kind of chunk you out, and often, you know, as Ambessa in this kind of matchup, you're going to have to use your health as a resource, try to push in, try to get the shove, and then reset, so you're not going to be losing too many minions. And Keine just trying to harass as much as he possibly can. But Srtty versus Castle last week, both these guys having a big performance. You can see almost 37% of his team's damage for Castle last week. ScaryJerry did not have a good performance, and Castle was there to try to pick up the weight. He's got that Jayce again. He's extremely comfortable on it. We'll see if he can have a similar performance.
And the main thing is, since his jungler is Ivern doing the reverse clear, going back down towards Krugs, he is not going to have jungle pressure on top side for the early push in for that Jayce. So there is, you know, the highlight of Srtty and Sheiden, these two solo queue star players on the side of Dignitas, with a Vi ending the clear on top side. Castle now goes for the ward, wants to make sure you can ward that tri-brush. Vi can get fairly creative in gank pathways though, of course with the Q, can try and circumvent some of that vision. If Sheiden doesn't, or at least sees an opportunity. First thing first though, gonna go for the crab.
Yep, should be able to grab that, no problem. Tomo and Isles just kind of hanging on down on that bottom side as ScaryJerry and Isles trying to push this forward. Abbedagge still holding onto that potion, has been chunked fairly low, but it's kind of a battle between your health and the Orianna's mana more than anything else. And so we'll see. He is getting very low now and still not popping the potion, so I'm assuming he's going to go back to base, but does elect to actually pop it and try to stay around for one more wave.
Yeah, kind of try and make the most out of his Doran shield here. Regen up under tower. Of course, the Ivern on reset with the Lucidity boots. Actually going to go topside first. So first topside gank will be to the side of DSG.
Yeah, Srtty's looking like he's got nowhere to go. I don't even know if he's going to bother using the flash. Castle flashes forward. Going to be first blood grabbed for the DSG top laner.
eXyu and Castle combine again for another first blood. That's going to be huge for him. Castle did do the early flash there to make sure that Srtty was going to have no escape. So the summoner spell advantage actually will be to Srtty now, but the first blood money going right into Castle. Full big purchase early, actually. Tier plus the boots and longsword here and refillable. Lane's going to feel quite nice on his immediate teleport back.
You look at a pretty big CS advantage already for ScaryJerry and Huhi that they've built up on that bot side. It is going to be teleport for the Varus, so using that for the tempo. Gets back to lane here, and you can see Tomo down a good 9 CS, so nice little bit of pressure. ScaryJerry will just push this out, back it up, and decides not to take another base, but Abbedagge teleporting back in, a pretty big chunk already, and I do really like the phase rush in this kind of a matchup. You know, it is going to be so much about just spacing the Ambessa, not allowing her to connect with those abilities, and you just got back to base, you already chugged both potions, it's almost time to go home again.
Yeah, the extra damage of the turret shot there, just in range of the turret shot when going for that trade, was a little bit painful. But of course, you know, he's got the Ivern who is surfing between top and mid lane right now, and eXyu going to continue to camp up here. Remember, still summoner spell advantage for Srtty, so does have the flash to be able to get out of this one. But eXyu looking for kind of counter gank positioning as well. in case Sheiden does come through. Sheiden trying to farm up here. Of course, Vi will be so much more potent when you get that level 6 and can actually have some kill pressure.
Nice toggle by the observers there, though. eXyu got a little bit too close, was actually spotted by Srtty, so they have the information. Sheiden going to be spotted on that ward as well, though, as Kaine's fighting mid lane. The shockwave does connect, but Abbedagge going to try to look for it. Still has the ultimate available, I do believe. He's holding on to it for now. eXyu going to be pushed back. Sheiden not able to connect with the Vault Breaker. eXyu has the shield, will be able to survive. It's a trade of ulti just for the HP, but Keine survives, fights his way out of the 1v2.
Ooh, definitely a little bit dangerous there. And after they go back, honestly, too, Abbedagge with the Ambessa public execution ready and flash ready, maybe he'll be able to make good on the exchange, and Orianna having no shockwave, but it is at the very least going to start to cost them some grubs. Sheiden gets one as eXyu comes on through, and there it is.
Oh, the public execution connects, as does that root caller. Huhi is here as well and grabs the kill.
That's exactly it. The ult cooldown's difference there, and the public execution does end up resulting in a kill. Actually, a lot quicker than I thought. I thought it was going to be on the next reset, but gets him right before it. Nice move in there. eXyu really being very active on this Ivern. A lot of solo laners list Ivern very high as one of the most annoying, both because of the shields to be able to turn some of those 2v2s, but also the setup here. So yeah, we'll see. Very close to Daisy for himself too. Both junglers very, very close to their level 6s here. And maybe we'll see Sheiden actually be able to get something done.
And it was that ward over the wall that really kind of set up Abbedagge. That was over the wall towards Raptors. That had been sitting there. They knew the eXyu was around, but I don't think Keine realized he was on vision, so that public execution connected. Huhi helped to make that roam. Isles now gets the info that Huhi is around as he sees that ward going to be placed. They're trying to cover Keine, who is a little bit vulnerable. Sheiden, though, going to elect to start up this dragon. Tomo is back, has the early tabbies, so pretty defensive Corki build here early on, but eXyu looking like he wants to get in there and try to contest.
Daisy front line is imposing. They're going to go try and push him out.
Oh, they got the Corki Valkyrie already. Tomo's going to be potentially in some trouble here. Isles stepping forward. You can see the chunk, though, over on a Sheiden. Sheiden going to go aggressive. They're trying to burst down the Ambessa. Ambessa survives, flashes out. Isles, though, trying to keep Sheiden alive. Sheiden's burning down and going to get sniped by ScaryJerry. Huhi has to flash and retreat. Dignitas win the skirmish at the end of the day, but it is the kill going the way of DSG. All of their members do survive.
Yeah, just going to be a full reset then. There's no teleport for Abbedagge, but it'll be fine. They can just have ScaryJerry take over the mid wave and then rotate on down to the bottom side. Still another one to push, so very nice stuff here for DSG in the opener, in the grudge match, getting big advantages across the map.
I mean, Castle has this range versus melee matchup. They got the gank up the top side. He got first blood. They're winning out on the other side of the map in these skirmishes. And it's a much better start for ScaryJerry. Obviously, he made his debut in the LTA last week, to a lot of criticism, let's be frank. But he's off to the races, had a good early lead as far as the CS was concerned, picks up a kill there, working towards his first item here pretty quickly, and has the ability to have a big impact on a game like this. There's a lot of squishy targets to hit with this lethality Varus.
Yeah, definitely. As long as he can hit these Qs, which he was able to hit that snipe, finish off that extra kill here through the little skirmish. I mean, the criticism leveled at him, of course, the last series that everybody saw was his first tier 1 series. His teammates were also talking about him being very nervous, but his damage was very, very low for an AD carry. Generally, you'll see AD carries from about 25% up to like 35, even even 40 sometimes for mega carries. But this was very, very low, and it really did show up in a lot of the play too. Like you could tell, very nervous, couldn't step up. He was playing into some very threatening comps, as a low mobility carry too, but is definitely going to have way better stats this time around. I can guarantee it. For
your money back
for series number 2.
You paid nothing.
Exactly.
So you're getting nothing.
Either way, you're not getting any money. ScaryJerry though definitely is
getting some money.
He got paid. He was the one to land the snipe, and being rotated into mid lane, quite nice for him. Able to push out and prep for the next objective here, as they do turn their sights towards the vision around the second spawn.
Sheiden was threatening on ScaryJerry there, but eXyu was around, and Huhi's wrapping around behind him, so they elect not to go for it. Isles still level 5, as is Huhi, both just kind of covering down on this mid lane.
Abbedagge walking up through river actually does get chased by Srtty here.
Yeah, they could maybe potentially collapse onto Abbedagge. Isles now hitting 6 here. That is big for the Alistar, who he's still trying to soak some experience and get 6 for himself. is missing that flash and is not playing Hex Flash, it looks like. So now going to be able to have that ultimate available. Sheiden looking topside though. Keine getting some good damage down onto Castle. Shockwave going to connect. The Vault Breaker flash does not connect, but the cease and desist is there. The flash available for Castle. He's flashing forward. Doesn't have the damage to finish off Keine, but can he get back to eXyu? No, he cannot. Sheiden whiffs, but they do still grab the kill, and now the Void Grub's spawning. Can they train it into this? There's no TP for Castle. Keine can go back to base and teleport back.
Exactly. Keine take a big chunk here, but he can immediately teleport out. Big thing, though, if you steal away one of the grubs, then it doesn't count for a feat. eXyu here, Ivern is not very good at burning them down, but trying to slowly whittle them down here with ScaryJerry. Meanwhile, they're going to go for the recall. Sheiden has decided way too dangerous. With everybody moving over from mid lane here. ScaryJerry and Huhi have mid lane on lockdown. So they got double resets there on the side of Dignitas, and the objective goes over to DSG. They are just running away with it here, Ezreal. I mean, they already got the kills feats. They are chunking away here through the objective feats as well. On top of the gold lead, and getting to the 4 bonus here for grubs for the extra Void Might for pushing down towers. Going to help out a lot, as well as gold income on these turret plates will be critical.
Yeah, especially if Castle continues to win out in the side lane. You have the Jayce pushing in this Rumble, now threatening with that additional Void Grub damage. Castle did spend his flash, so still has to be careful, but it was 2 flashes used on the other side in the trade. Dignitas back out on the map here, looking for a potential take on this dragon. Did not grab any of them so far, so would love to be able to pick that up as Kaine's just going to go back towards mid, hold that wave. We can see Srtty pushing in Ambessa on that top side, and it is the Corki right now matching up with the Jayce, but Huhi is actually going to be shadowing that Jayce, knowing that there could be someone going for him with no flash.
Let's see here. Sweeper used. Creeping in. Doesn't seem like there should be any exposure here. Tomo going to play it safe, clear wave, move on over. Isles takes away the vision inside Dragon Pit too, so nice little setup here from Dignitas, trying to at least get a pocket of vision to be able to play from as Sheiden comes on through.
A lot of those first items now coming through here for DSG, you can see. For top lane, jungle, mid, all completing their first item. Ghostblade done on the other side for ScaryJerry, as well as that Redemption. Such a big first item for these 5v5 team fights, and Ivern can get it so quick.
And I think Ivern going to come right on over to try and contest this too. eXyu's going to head on over, beeline for it. They do have Abbedagge's teleport ready, so Ambessa could come down to join. They're just going to try and force in. Castle's on the bottom side, so it's a little bit of a pincer movement here from DSG.
Yeah, they go. Big engage from Huhi. Change of corruption there to follow it up. How much damage do they have? Tomo in the backline trying to fire back. Keine trying to get some damage out as well. Still has the shockwave available. Can't find it onto anything as Isles has to flash out. Barely surviving. Srtty now going to get chased down here by Abbedagge. Has the flash, may have to use it. Goes for the overheat, trying to hold on to that summoner. Will be able to do so. Isles ended up burning down even after flashing out with the ulti. DSG win another fight off of a great engage from Huhi.
Honestly, the bottom lane for DSG, which was a weakness in their first series, is showing up huge this time around. The mid lane control into the control ward here through this river brush, and then immediately going for the engage. ScaryJerry's ultimate following Huhi as Huhi jumps on in with the Rell, and they're just battling straight for it. eXyu is here as well. They make the call, double ults. Huhi gets the full combo. ScaryJerry can easily then follow up his own ultimate. And by that time, the fight is already over. With everybody flashing out here, trying to survive, and still not for surviving, burning down at the end there. The extra little bit of a kill. DSG are just running away with it. The grudge match, Ezreal is looking as one-sided as the trash talk was. People were wondering, like, when is Dig going to trash talk back? Are they going to say anything back?
Not after this game so far. We'll see, though. Huhi potentially going to get caught out. And I mean, you saw that shockwave hit 3 members from Keine, did nothing, right? You know, it was hitting some of those tankier members. Orianna needs some time to get online. I do think the scaling is good here for Dignitas, but the question is, do you have enough time? DSG doing a good job pushing the pace. You can see Isles getting poked over the wall there by Huhi and eXyu. And again, it's both the side lanes being pushed up here by DSG. It's going to be Dignitas slow to answer right now. No one is even going down towards the Jayce just yet.
Yep. I mean, they've got more threatening side lanes that can push easier, and they have the 4 grub bonus. for applying that pressure. So constantly going to have the first move here for DSG. They can take these resets, take this recall here for Castle, get his Merc Treads completed so that he's even safer when he's trying to apply that pressure in the side lane, harder to lock down. And Abbedagge constantly putting the pressure up on this top side. Good toggle again from observers to show that vision control and how dark it is for Dignitas. Like, Dignitas are just playing defense, and so you constantly kind of lose little bits of resources when you're getting pushed in on all sides and you have no vision to see any of the plays that your opponents are setting up. Sheiden here now kind of venturing into the darkness and try and get a little bit of something set up for themselves to try and hopefully counter one of these DSG plays. But DSG, very easy for them. A new objective spawns, go take it.
Yep, and Castle's just playing very defensive on that bot side. Did elect to go Shojin first. I actually really like this build, going Shojin into full tank. You're staying in combat a lot longer. You stack up the Shojin very easily, and it kind of gives you a lot more early game power instead of just going like straight into tank or even the Eclipse build. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I definitely like the Shojin plus Fimbulwinter more than the Undying builds, which is like, oh, it's like
pure tank.
Kind of cool that you know, you get to abuse the Undying for a while, but this one definitely much more threatening. Being able to play off those base damages too. And man, the Ivern just really kind of denies a lot of the comeback possibilities here for Dig. Dig are going to have to start to get creative, because when you don't have deep vision as this team, you're going to have to just move as a group. And if you're moving as a group to look for your Vi plus Orianna combination to get some big engage, then you're probably going to be giving up some resources on some other area of the map. And right now, bottom side is just getting pressured out.
Yeah, Srtty's just going to have to walk this one out. He's not really in any danger of dying, but it is going to mean the tower will fall. They overload this side of the map. They push him back. They grab that first tower, and the feats of strength there are going to be grabbed up. So they have the upgraded boots. They're trying to trade back on this top side. May be able to do so, but DSG, again, coming out ahead.
And the thing is, DSG have Rift Herald. There you go. Immediately they pop it, so they're going to get a 2-for-1 here on towers. Even though Orianna tries to finish up that top tower, they're going to go Rift Herald immediately into the tower and threaten them as well.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. eXyu just drives it straight in. Srtty is moving over. Keine now going back to base. The tower will fall. They should be able to defend the next one as Huhi's going to jump in. Yeah, okay. He thinks better of that.
Shortest ride ever. Huhi just called an Uber to go down the block. It's like, I can't be bothered to walk this distance.
Yeah, looked like he was going to hop in and he was thinking about it, but then when you go forward with 300 health on that thing, it's just going to die. You're going to pop out in the wrong spot and maybe die yourself. So does think better of it at the end of the day. And,
did not pass that driving test.
No.
He got in and immediately was like, where do I go? Where do I go?
It's time to update that prescription.
Eject.
You know? We've all been there. We're glasses users ourselves, you know?
Yeah, very true. Very true. All right, well, honestly, the damage was already done, so it's just a bit of comedic relief here for this game, because DSG, they honestly almost have a stranglehold on this game. With the next dragon spawning, they just took both of these towers that are supposed to be the defense that Dignitas want to be able to create their play off of, but now
that's us.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that show.
It actually is a pretty good one. We'll look at getting some more warm background drop.
Okay,
I think you know, the brick wall behind us. We'll get some flavor.
It's warm enough with your bright personality, Kobe.
Yeah, beautiful. Honestly, and the extra light shining off of your shiny head.
Exactly.
Also warms us up.
There you go. It's like a heat lamp, really. You know?
It actually is.
You don't want to stare too closely at it. Blind yourself.
Like looking at the sun.
Exactly.
You shine so brightly, my friend.
Thank you. But we'll see, you know, if Dignitas is going to be able to find a shining light in this game. When you fall behind an Ivern, it is really tough. You kind of have to hit that critical mass where you can burst people down before they get multiple rotations of shields out, or it feels like you're always going to lose that fight. So, you touched on it earlier, it always feels so hard playing against an Ivern from behind. You go in, the shield comes out, Daisy's blocking up, the redemption comes down, and you have to be able to kill someone really quick without spending too much and then just losing the subsequent fight.
Yeah, the Moonstone shields on people is crazy. The Daisy life bar just walking at you. All right, let's see how they handle this, because it looks like the split push here is just going to be uncontested as Castle on the Jayce once again pushing in on top tower, and the rest of the map has 0 areas where Dignitas can apply real threat. Even though Otacon is on the other side of the map, they can't apply threat on starting it. You're just going to shred your own armor and magic resist, and then you get trapped in there. It's very hard to escape from that little corridor. So Dignitas here, they're hoping for something big.
We'll see if they can actually find it. They're going to go for a big engage here onto eXyu. eXyu flashes back, but he's got nowhere to go. He's in the back of the pit. The rest of the team's coming forward. ScaryJerry getting zoned out, but Abbedagge and Castle have double TV behind, and here comes Keine. He's in so much trouble, knocked down in the back line. Srtty with a great equalizer across multiple members. Tomo Valkyrieing forward, trying to take out eXyu. Can't win the fight. Neither can Srtty. It's Dignitas falling apart, and it's DSG running them over.
And that's going to be Otacon as well for DSG. eXyu here, very nicely done. He just creates enough distance that there's no damage follow-up on him. In Dignitas, you could tell they were feeling desperate. They just felt like we have to full send, we have to go for something, and they felt like eXyu attacking this ward.
This double TV was so quick too.
Yeah, immediate answer there. You can tell the double solo lanes come in immediately. eXyu though kited back away from the rest of the follow-up damage, so the Ivern was safe, and it was a really good kind of sacrificial play from Huhi. Goes in on the Rell, locks him up long enough that the double solo lane teleports get there. Abbedagge and Castle are able to clean up, and that's just going to be a wipe here. Dignitas kind of know it, because Otacon also going the way of DSG. It is just domination now.
Yeah, they are getting crushed in this game. You know, DSG just not really giving them the time that they need to try to scale up. They haven't been able to find those proper fights, and DSG getting the better end of it. Feels like every single exchange. Now a 4.5k gold lead, but they're going to be able to make that even bigger here, you have to think, with the Otacon revive. Remember, the LTA North schedule update next week. We are on Sunday only. That is going to be Sunday only, no games on Saturday. And those are going to be the final games before the teams head off to Brazil to decide those final teams that will be heading off for that America's battle.
Yeah, super exciting. We're going to determine the first 2 tomorrow, and then that Sunday day you're talking about will be those remaining 2. Here's the Siege with the Ivern and with the revive buffs from Otacon. So not a lot Dig can do. It's like, hey guys, focus on the minions, try and clear out minion wave after minion wave. Like, every minion wave we clear out, that is a dub. Like, that is a big win for us.
We can beat the minions. We can't beat the champions.
Yeah,
but the equalizer still looking threatening those minions.
Try and burn the minion waves down. Try and buy yourself some time. The Otacon buff, try and time it out.
Yeah,
is kind of the best defense in that scenario. Just try and wait out the duration of it.
So hard though. It lasts quite a long time here, and you can see Ambessa, Abbedagge pushing up mid lane. They go from the tier 2 top. First wave was used on that equalizer. They take that down, but they lose the tower on the next wave. They're going to lose the mid tier 2 here as well. Castle is getting burned down. We'll see if he loses that GA. Does not look like it, and the flash going to be forced in retreat from ScaryJerry's Chains of Corruption. So 2 tier 2s grabbed very quickly, and now they're heading down towards bot. They can even use this to help grab the dragon.
Yep. 57 seconds left on the spawn there, but still going to be able to push out all waves. And if we did another vision toggle, even Dignitas' own side of the map starts to get very dark and, and scary for them to go into. It's like the areas leading up to this dragon do not belong to you anymore. Tough. So honestly, at that point too, you decide, all right, are we going to just play full defense at our inhibitor towers and hope that our opponents mess up a dive and try and defend there? Or are we going to say, screw it, Hail Mary, everybody group up and just run straight into them to try and fight? I would say the higher percentage play is probably like camp on a tower or camp on a control ward, but here we go. We are just going to group up and full send.
Yeah, we'll see if they can find it. Sheiden going to get roomed up. Doesn't have his flash, but they won't commit to the play off of this. Surprised that they're going to come out for this dragon. I'd rather just see them back it up. The side lanes are getting pushed in. Wait for a Baron or something to contest.
Yeah, it's only dragon number 3. That's why I say the higher percentage play is to try and camp on a control ward or camp on your tower and hope for an opening or mistake presented by your opponents. It looks like they will opt for that. They just made a little bit of a move here to see if they could find anyone. As the Otacon buff has fallen off. So any pick then actually would be quite meaningful, but nothing presents itself, so back to defense.
Yep, going to be on the back end once again. Baron going to be spawning up here right now as we speak. Third Dragon claim for DSG. Baron on the map. This is where things are going to get really, really tough. You talked about the lack of vision they have. At the very least, they did get out on the map, got a couple wards over in this Baron area. Really just the 2, I guess. But DSG now, after having pushed in that bottom side and taking the Dragon, they're going to go look to try to reclaim this. And Abbedagge already spots one of the wards. The second is a little bit deeper, but they have no vision on the actual pit.
You know what this would be the perfect time for? I wish Toast was here today also, so we could go interview and he could start gloating after a game 1, because gloating after game 1 is content either way. Like if you smash them, then it's like, oh yeah, we started gloating, we had confidence, you know, we're trash talking pretty early in the series. But then if they win game 1 and then lose the next 2 games, then you also get content there.
That's why trash talk before the series is always the best trash talk. You can't wait to trash talk till after you beat them.
He's done trash talk before, and he could do trash talk during.
Sure. Yeah, at all times. That's another look as Huhi's going to go in on Tomo. Tomo's going to get Chains of Corruption, Cleanse, Flash, Valkyrie, all to safety. Ignite is on him. Huhi's the one in trouble right now. The Redemption coming down, trying to keep him up. He's the first to fall, but it's Castle, and it's Abbedagge in the back line, and it's Dignitas getting cut to pieces. Whips and chains. Abbedagge cutting him down. Srtty trying to keep the team alive here with Isles. Isles going to get a nice Q, but he's rooted up and he's going to be knocked down. Abbedagge can't find anything more. The solo laners will survive, but everyone else falls, and it's just in trade for the Rell.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? Huhi's position in this match is to sacrifice for the duration of our double teleports to come in. And maybe a little 1 second quicker possibly could have been done there, but they still get there in time. The double solo lanes come in again.
The Ps are looking on point.
Yeah, the double teleports, they rip them apart once again, chase them down, and claim their reward.
Going to be able to grab the Baron. DSG, if they didn't already have a stranglehold on this game, now they definitely do. Dignitas are looking cooked for game number 1. It's going to be back to the drawing board here. Srtty going to get teleported on. He has overstayed his welcome. Going to get locked down by Huhi, and you have to think this teleport. ScaryJerry pops the Ghost Blade coming in, looking to finish off a kill here. He'll be able to grab it 3-0-7, make it 4-0-7 for ScaryJerry. A much better series than we saw from him in his debut.
Certainly is. All right, here's another look at it. Huhi once again goes for the combo. They get everything basically out of Tomo. Now there's no defenses left for this Corki, and so as soon as the double solo laners arrive, they immediately engage on him. They get the Ambessa ultimate, as well as Castle being able to finish off that Corki that had nothing left, and then Abbedagge kept up the chase while still staying safe and being able to go in for the extra one here. So Baron picked up. I mean, as soon as we get back to live, I expect to see them at the gates. Yep, there they are. Immediately, they're knocking on your door. Dignitas, not a lot they're going to be able to do about this. It looks like they were trying to at least get some minion waves on the top side of the map, but
can't base race Baron.
They certainly can't. Nope. You can and you'll lose, actually.
True, you can. You're right. You're right. I stand corrected. Thank you, Kobe. That's why we make a good team, you know? I say the dumb thing, you say the right thing.
Maybe dumb and dumb.
Okay. Respect, you know? All right. Well, we'll see if DSG can clean this one up quickly. They already have one inhibitor down, 28 minutes in. Second one does fall. Obviously, they don't have the wave for top, but I don't think they really need it. Pushing forward, the root does land there. Over onto Srtty. Srtty getting chunked out low. Does have to pop the stasis here. The broken arm guard is used, but another nice root immediately lands after, and Huhi's going to go in. Abbedagge, public execution into the back line, trying to get on Tomo. Can't finish him off just yet. Abbedagge has gone too far. He gets burst down. Dignitas have lost no one. It's just the one kill, but they will hold for now.
All right. The defense does hold strong. Dignitas here a little bit over-eager under double Nexus turrets, but it's still going to be such a difficult job to buy time because actually they've got 50 seconds here, so Abbedagge will be back up for the spawn of the next dragon, and it should be them moving over to the objective. Cloud Soul, very, very critical. Let's take another look how this actually happened with a bit of the extra damage taken. Srtty Zhonya's here, so waits it out a little bit. It's looking dicey for him. Then they go in for the full combo. It's Abbedagge under the tower there with the Ambessa ultimate, and Srtty just lives barely there. Look how tiny that life bar was, but it ended up meaning there was no trade kill.
Still counts.
It still counts, and
it's about the quality of the life bar, not the size.
Exactly, and he used it well.
There you go. Man knows what he's doing. We'll see if Dignitas can find a way to make a miracle happen here. Down nearly 10,000 gold. Huhi with a good spot here. Spots out Srtty. And Tomo and It's going to be tough for him to move in. They are going to find Huhi, but it's going to be Srtty looking to get engaged on. Shattering Strike does connect, but no more than that. And look at these arrows are just crushing Keine, already down to half health.
Yeah, we're really rough against. I mean, they're only gonna have one Nexus turret to make their defense this time around, but better than taking like a 0% chance fight here, walking in to contest the Dragon Soul. So that is going to be Cloud Soul picked up for DSG. They can walk even quicker over to the top lane to finish on pushing it in. I would assume that they want to go for a triple inhib ending since they already gave up one Nexus push. Generally, after you die one time and get kind of pushed back off on one Nexus push, gonna go a little bit safer next time around. So yep, heading up top side, push that wave in, go grab the third inhib, and here we go. Dignitas, can you find another angle?
One bright spot, 3 items now for the Corki as well as for the Orianna, and Orianna just hit level 16. So you have the max rank ulti, you have the Void Staff completed. Obviously would love a Death Cap or something behind that, but you know there is some real threat if they can find the backline, but that is a very big if, and they still have to deal with eXyu here, who is going to be keeping those carries as safe as he possibly can, and he's got a Mage Eyes.
Yeah, 10 stacks. You get the bonus here for eXyu. He can stay so safe, put up these Brush for the Siege. Daisy will be super annoying, slowly whittle down this turret. Nobody has to go under turret. You will have the pressure with these Varus arrows coming through, with the Jayce as well, and they can just murder it.
Yeah, they're just going to step forward and be able to knock this down. The Supers didn't even need to wait for the Miles flashes forward. There's the equalizer, but it's a public execution in the backline with Huhi. Abbedagge is cutting him to pieces. Keine barely living. Srtty pushes him back. Keine trying to get back to the fountain here, but Tomo is gone. Sheiden is gone, and it's a 3v5 at the steps of the Nexus. DSG pushing forward here, trying to knock down that last tower. It is gone, and Isles doesn't have a lot of health to work with here. Castle in the backline, flashing forward, knocking Srtty back. Will get back into the fountain, barely survives there, but DSG are going to clean this one up. They're going to take game number 1 against their rivals in a very dominant game.
Yeah, let's get like a little post-game 1 interview. A little spice on that trash talk. Honestly, they were way more focused this time around. They took care of business.
They did, and LTA North Twitch subs are back. Join the community for exclusive content, including the League of Legends in-game emote, Why Not?, for paid and gifted subs. Plus, get access to all of our exclusive LTA North Twitch emotes, like Ezreal Nodders. Subscribe today to the LTA. We're heading to the break. Game 2 is right after this.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't even
Bro, if I had Swifties, I actually make it.
Wait, Toast didn't have Swifties either.
Yeah, I got the rune that gives you the boots.
I'm not letting Jay kill me, bro. One, let's go.
Let's go. We're going now?
There's one here, guys. Care. Let's play together. Yep, one on the side. Care, guys, middle line. I'm calling it out for Toast, mostly. Toast care, bro. Oh my goodness!
Bro,
what am I talking
in
about?
there? Like,
I can regen. That's why I pick everyone.
Bro, what is this part?
Oh yeah, it's cool. I can regen.
oh, what?
I'm everyone.
Oh my god.
Yo, Jay, stop it. What?
Oh,
You're cheating.
Yo, I got you. I got you.
Oh, dude, only Toast made it. Only Toast made it.
Wait, why did?
Bro, ulted. This guy just has a crazy
Wait, why can't I ult?
in the world, bro. I'm 1 HP.
I'm trying to part ult my teammates.
Oh, your teammates?
Yeah, it's legal, right?
Don't kill me, Jay.
It must be legal. Yo, I'll ult the Rammus. Get him. He's ulting. Get him. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh. Come on, guys. I'm too good, I think.
Bro, I hate this guy. You guys make it already?
Yo, in 60
No.
seconds, I can ult for
between
you again, Jay.
you and the.
I can't like auto refresh my.
Yeah, it's Jerry and Felix.
Jay, please. Please.
I hate God.
Oh, the Rammus jump.
I'm actually dodging everything.
Oh, this champ is slow as shit, actually.
I can't dodge when I'm in Nunu W. Hopefully I don't get hit. No. This champ sucks. This champ sucks.
Eating every single
Slow and steady wins the race. Like,
Why am I playing?
Oh, I'm so high.
Oh my god.
Just sick.
No! 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 Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
Alright, slow and steady wins the race.
Okay, boom.
I'm gonna make it.
No!
Oh, where is he? He's not
Come on,
steady.
kill it! Kill them!
Slow
Kill
and
them!
steady.
Kill
Slow and
them!
steady.
I'm in there.
No!
Steady. Yes, sir.
Okay, I just
Yes,
have
sir,
to
that's
beat
points.
Toast. Kill Toast, please, Felix. Aim at him! Aim at him!
Right. And left.
Wait, I can revive. I got first.
Oh, no. Jerry.
Oh, I'm so low.
Jay, are you playing still?
Yeah.
Toast, come on.
Just the 1
Felix,
HP
come on.
Rim.
Come on.
Yo, just
Felix, no! No! Kill him, please.
let him go. Let him go. Felix, let him go.
No, kill him,
go,
kill him!
Ready, set, go!
I'm at 47%.
Oh, I'm on 63%.
Man, I'm at 50%. Boom! 80%. Winner! The Kia EV9 can go from 10% charge to 80% charge in just 24 minutes with DC fast charging.
Red Bull gives you wings.